Okay, so let's set the scene. Go back with us. 367 days ago.
Or in Texas.
We're in Texas. A clay pigeon range. It's a birthday party, 42nd birthday. People are celebrating, laughing.
It's one of those perfect, safe-feeling days, you know?
Yeah,
Until it isn't.
exactly. In a split second, there's a negligent discharge from another group. A spray of birdshot.
Chaos.
Total chaos. And in the middle of it all, a woman is on the ground. She's been hit in 5 places. And one of those tiny lead pellets lodges itself less than a millimeter from her right eye.
Less than a millimeter. I mean, think about that. The difference between sight and blindness, life and death.
She survived that day, miraculously.
Hmm?
But now, a year later, the cameras are rolling on a very different kind of survival story.
One where the threat isn't a bullet, but something silent, something invisible.
And the craziest part is that the trauma of the past is actively sabotaging her ability to survive the present.
It's an unbelievable quest.
She was shot in the face. But now this. Welcome to StarScope Report.
We're your guides into the stories behind the fame.
Uncovering the Hollywood drama, the influencer scandals, all of it.
And today's deep dive. I mean, it's not just a celebrity health scare. It's this collision of past trauma, family history, and a battle with the healthcare system that sounds like it's straight out of a movie.
We are talking about Christy Carlson Romano. If you're a millennial, you know her. Ren from Even Stevens, the voice of Kim Possible.
A total icon of that era.
But on February 17th, she posted this Instagram video that was, well, it was raw.
Very raw. She's usually so put together. You know, she runs a whole media company. But in this video, she was tearful. She was scared.
And she revealed she'd received a positive result from a cancer screening.
But we need to be really careful with that word, positive.
Right, because she actually said the result was not negative.
Which is such a weird, confusing phrase. It sounds like a double negative.
So what does that actually mean medically?
It almost certainly means she took one of those at-home screening tests like a Cologuard. They're not diagnostic. They look for tiny traces of blood or altered DNA in your stool.
So it's not saying you have cancer.
No, not at all. It's saying, hey, we found something here that shouldn't be. It's an alarm bell, a very, very loud one.
It puts you in what she called diagnostic limbo.
Exactly. You're just stuck. You have this terrifying red flag, but no answers. You're just waiting.
And to make it all worse, her husband, Brendan Rooney, who seems like her absolute rock, he took the same test.
And his came back completely negative.
Cleans. She's the only one in their home carrying this weight.
Which has to feel so isolating. We have to talk about the why now. People in their early 40s don't usually just take these tests without some kind of push.
The push was a tragedy. James Van Der Beek.
Yeah. The Dawson's Creek star. He passed away just a week before she got her results.
From colorectal cancer, he was only 48.
And I don't think people realize how close they were. They were neighbors in Austin, Texas. She called him a pillar of their community.
And when someone like that, someone young, vibrant, someone you see around town, when they die, it just shatters that feeling of invincibility.
It makes mortality so real.
Yeah.
It's not a statistic anymore. It's James from down the street.
She said it herself in the video, cancer is everywhere, which is why I got this test.
And for her, it runs deeper than just a neighbor. It's in her family history. It's this burden of lineage.
It really is. Her mother had cancer and beat it. Her father had it and passed away. Her grandmother died of lung cancer.
So when you have a family tree like that, you're not just living your life. You're always kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop.
So you get the bad family history, the tragic death of a friend, and now this not negative test result. The next step seems obvious, right?
Totally. You go in for a scan, you get a colonoscopy or an MRI to actually see what's going on.
You just want to look inside.
You need to look inside. An MRI is the gold standard for this kind of thing, for soft tissue.
But this is where the story twists back to that day at the shooting range.
This is the part I just can't get over.
Because of what happened 367 days ago, the standard test, the one she needs, could actually blind her.
It's a collision of physics and trauma?
So let's go back to the injury. She was hit with birdshot, which is basically tiny lead pellets.
And the doctors made a judgment call. There was a fragment lodged right by her eye, less than a millimeter away, and another in her forehead.
And they decided taking them out was riskier than leaving them in.
Right, so she healed around them. They're just a part of her now.
But the M in MRI stands for magnetic. And we're not talking about a little fridge magnet.
No, we're talking about a magnetic field that is tens of thousands of times stronger than the Earth's.
And she has metal embedded in her face.
Exactly. And even if it's not a strongly magnetic metal, the force in that machine is so powerful, It could torque the fragment. It could pull it.
That is a terrifying thought.
It's a catastrophic one.
Hmm.
If that pellet by her eye moves even a tiny bit, it could sever her optic nerve. The one in her forehead could shift into brain tissue.
So the one tool that could give her answers is basically a loaded gun pointed at her head.
It's completely off the table. She can't go near an MRI.
Okay, so what's the alternative? She mentioned something called a PET scan.
Yes, a PET scan. Positron emission tomography. It works in a totally different way. It's biological, not magnetic.
How does that work?
They inject you with a radioactive sugar, basically. And cancer cells, well, they're greedy. They have this super high metabolism, and they just gobble up sugar way faster than healthy cells.
So on the scan, the cancer just lights up.
It lights up like a Christmas tree. It's the perfect workaround for her because there are no magnets involved. It won't affect the metal in her head at all.
Okay, great. Problem solved. She gets the PE scan, and she gets her answers.
You would think so. You really would.
But this is where her medical drama becomes a bureaucratic nightmare.
This is the part of the story that just makes you want to scream.
Because Christy Carlson Romano, a celebrity with resources and a platform, can't get the scan.
She's fighting with companies, as she put it, just to get it approved.
Why? Why would an insurance company deny a potentially life-saving test when she has a positive screening result?
Because of how the system is built. It's all about codes and algorithms. To an insurer, a PT scan is often considered investigational for screening.
Meaning what?
Meaning they'll usually only approve it to stage cancer that's already been confirmed by a biopsy.
Wait, so they're telling her, prove you have cancer first, and then we'll pay for the scan to see where it is.
That's it, exactly. But she can't get the proof without a scan, and she can't get the standard scan because of the bullet. She's a medical edge case.
She's stuck in a catch-22.
And the system isn't built for nuance. It's built for check boxes. If you don't fit in the box, you get a denial. And all the while, she's stuck in that horrible diagnostic limbo.
And this is just one half of her life. While she's fighting with insurance adjusters, she's not at home resting.
No, she's at the happiest place on earth.
Literally. She was filming a movie, Holiday Ever After, a Disney World wish come true.
The cognitive dissonance there is just wild.
And this isn't some small indie film. It's the first time Hallmark and Disney have ever teamed up to film a holiday movie on location at Disney World.
So the pressure is on. She's working with huge names like Lacey Chabert.
And she gets the results while she's there, in Florida.
Can you imagine that? You're standing on Main Street, USA. You have to smile for the cameras. There's fake snow falling.
Yeah.
And inside, your world is just falling apart.
She said she was in disbelief. She just had to compartmentalize, push the fear down until she got back to her hotel room at night.
It's that performance of wellness. So many people have to do it. You put on the mask because you're terrified that if you take it off, you'll completely unravel.
She did have support, though. Her husband, Brendan, his comment on her post was incredible.
Oh, I loved that. He wrote, "We will figure this out and destroy any problem that comes your way."
Destroy any problem.
That is such a Marine response, right? It's not passive, it's tactical. And frankly, when you're fighting a health crisis, you need a destroyer in your corner.
Absolutely. And speaking of fighting, I want to talk about her choice to even post the video. Because she almost didn't.
Yeah, that part really got me.
She said she was worried about being cringe.
It's just odd. She's facing this terrifying health scare. And her first thought is about social media optics.
Yeah.
It says so much about the world we live in.
It really does. It's that fear of being seen as, attention-seeking or trauma farming, as if sharing a real fear is somehow performative.
But she did it anyway. She pushed past that fear.
For a very specific reason. James Van Der Beek. She realized her story, the fear, the insurance fight. It could actually help people. It was her duty to share.
And that's when she stopped being a celebrity in the video and just became a mom.
That line, she has 2 little girls, Isabella and Sophia, and she just said, man, I have 2 little girls.
And that's it. That's the whole story right there. It's not about a movie. It's about being there for her kids.
It's incredibly powerful. And if you're finding these stories compelling, these deep dives into what's really happening behind the scenes, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are following this very closely.
Absolutely. Because what she's going through,
yeah,
it shines a light on so much more.
So where do things stand now?
We wait. The hope is that by going public, she's put enough pressure on the insurance company that they'll be forced to approve the PET scan.
Publicity as a form of prior authorization.
Sometimes it's the only tool you have.
Yeah.
And we're all hoping for a clean scan, obviously.
Or at the very least, an early treatable finding, because this could still be something benign. The not knowing is the torture.
For sure. But for everyone listening, if you're in that age group, let this be the push. Don't wait. Get screened.
100%.
Okay, so as we wrap this up,
I just want to leave you with one final thought.
go for it.
Christy Carlson Romano survived a literal bullet by a single millimeter. A miracle of physics and luck.
Right.
A year later, she's facing this silent threat from inside her own body. And we live in this age of medical miracles. We can map the human genome. We have these incredible imaging machines.
And yet
her story shows that the biggest battle isn't always with the disease. It's just getting permission to see what's going on inside your own body.
that's the chilling part.
It just raises the question, in a world of such advanced medicine, why do we still have to fight so hard just for the right to know?
Something to think about.
You've been listening to StarScope Report, where we uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture.
Thanks for tuning in.
And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining. We'll see you next time.